Welcome back. We're Team APS. I'm Alec.
I'm Paul.
And we're bringing you our 10 decks under $10. We tried 5 way too hard.
Typical disclaimer here. If it ends up costing you $10.03,
it's not our fault.
That's not our fault.
We couldn't have known.
These are general prices.
And then your extra deck is variable. So I mean, if you trying to put all the newest and greatest,
if you had a portal sword, your deck's $100 now.
So it's just gonna be that way. And that's not our fault. Deck number 1 is Crawlers. Their strategy is unique. They're a fun deck. Are they busted? No.
They're insects.
Yep. They like to do flip effects and they like to link up.
Yeah, they also have floats, so if they get destroyed while they're face up, you can actually summon 2 more crawlers from your deck.
You heard that? That's 2 for 1. Anywhere else, that's a great deal.
All the link monsters will give you like little buffs to all of the crawlers they point to. So basically they'll give you like attack boost, indestructibility in battle, like non-targetability, that kind of stuff.
Once you actually get the swarm on the field, a crawler board is really hard to break.
That deck, like, it can get a lot of advantage. The main disadvantage to the deck, of course, is it
starts so slow.
It's a little slow.
You know, just playing for fun, your opponent's is unlikely to blow you out turn 1. You can set up your board, start making your link monsters, and then start giving them a hard time.
I also have a confession. I have lost this deck on Live Run before. So, the next deck is Phantasm Spirals.
I have a confession. I've lost to this deck.
Yeah, so Phantasm Spirals actually, it's pretty nuts too. So it revolves around normal monsters. Well, anyway, you want to use it. The city, that is, Phantasm City, with the Phantasm Spiral Dragon monster, and then you've got equip spells, and then you've got trap cards.
You would think this couldn't possibly work, but it works much better than you think.
It works well. The equip spells, equipped to normal monsters, give them some attack boost or something like that, and then when they battle, you get to send the equip spell, and like, you summon a Phantasm Spiral Dragon from your deck, equip it with the equip spell, and it gets to attack, and like, in some cases it gets to attack. And that's really it, and the trap cards are literally hand traps. If you have a normal monster, then you can activate the traps from their hand. They pop stuff.
Great disruptors.
They negate effects. They, can decrease monsters' attack. And it all kind of comes together with the field spell, which summons a free token for you every turn. It's a normal monster, and it's a 2,000 attack, and it's crazy.
Next up is Sheno Birds, another archetype that did not give enough respect to. It's better than you think. See, it's a ritual wind spirit archetype. It utilizes its 2 boss monsters.
Yeah, there's Sheno Baron and Sheno Baroness.
Yes.
When they're summoned, they can bounce monsters or spells and traps respectively. It also lets you summon a spirit monster from your hand, ignoring the conditions.
Well, Baron summons it from the hand, and Baroness gets it from the deck.
Yeah.
And that's any level 4 or lower spirit.
Then at the end of the turn, they bounce back to your hand, like spirits do. In turn, you get 2 free tokens on your field that you can use for really all kinds of things.
Because everything bounces back, so you're like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah, they leave you with defense. They also have a really, really good continuous spell that can actually search.
That spell is so much better.
Yeah, it beefs them up at 500, which is huge, because like,
Baron's 3,000 and Baroness is 2,500.
And then when they get bounced to your hand, you can search from your deck. Like, it's kind of insane.
Deck number 4 is the Mais Ritual.
Yeah, this came out in Cybernetic Horizon. Well, technically it came out many, many years ago.
Yeah. It takes a kind of fan favorite duo, Demise, King of Armageddon, and Ruin, Queen of Oblivion. And we bring it up to 2018.
Demise, Supreme King. And then there's also their mini forms.
Yeah, they get the little versions. Their names escape me, but they're easier to summon.
Yeah, so the little versions are level 4. I think the big ones are like 10 and 8, respectively.
What's important about that is the big guys, they get additional effects if you summon them using only ritual monsters.
We've got Breaking of the World. I think that is their field spell.
Field spell.
Yeah, it lets you change ritual monsters' levels in your hand, and then when you ritual summon them, you can like draw cards, or pop cards.
Yep.
Turning of the World's a quick play spell.
Yep,
so you can
quick play ritual.
Summon in your opponent's turn. 5th deck is Crusader. One of the World Legacy archetypes. You guys know I like all of these, really. We've got there's the second one on this list now. So, the Crusader monsters are a very simple deck. You can special summon them from your hand to zones that link monsters point to. Their link monsters gain attack equal to the things that they point to. And that's kind of where it stops. It's a very simple thing.
They are all about just getting really big and blowing your opponent away.
Yeah, because with their field spell and their field spell allows them to increase attack and attack again and stuff like that. And then they have protections. A lot of their monsters can banish themselves from the grave to, negate effects that would get rid of these link monsters. And that is like it. Now, with this strategy, you can actually use kaijus to great effect as well. So basically, if your opponent has a troublesome board, you can just wipe it away and then kill them.
The next deck is Neftis.
They all come out in Hidden Summoners, very easy to get. And the small monsters, they're wind spellcasters, which is cool. When they're destroyed, they get different effects. Things like, in the next standby phase, they can get you a free summon or a free search. Recycle cards. Then you have both a link monster and then 2 ritual monsters. Basically, the link monster and the small ritual monster are meant to help you bring out the big one, which is Cerulean
Neftis. Don't ask me to say that name. When that thing hits the field,
it's actually problematic.
It's really hard to deal with.
It's big, it pops things, and when it goes, I think still pops things.
Right. So you're not in for a good time, and of course, the girls when they go are gonna be searching. So you really don't want the game to drag out. You just don't.
Next is another deck from Hidden Summoners, Akashi.
My akashi.
These weird zombies.
They're not weird zombies. They're yokai. All right. And for Yu-Gi-Oh purposes, what they do is, they synchro summon a lot. All the main deck monsters have effects that help them special summon themselves. The most infamous being Daki, who she can special summon herself from the grave every time you use synchro summon. So you would synchro.
Don't they just ladder up forever?
Every time you synchro summon out something, she summons from the grave. There's no once per turn on that. So you make one Mayakashi, then you make another. She comes back and makes another. She comes back and makes another. She comes back and makes another.
And then when your synchros die, the others can come back too.
That's right, and that's where they become fun, because when Mayakashi special summon themselves from the grave after Mayakashi has died, they get an effect. The fox will pop a monster, and the Tengu will pop a spell or trap. So those two are disruption, because there's one that'll mill cards off the top of the deck. There's another that I believe it makes itself unkillable. And let me just tell you, the artwork is gorgeous. I feel like I'm derailing here.
Next deck's Nordic Acer. The Legendary Hero deck's product, of course, is $30, but you can get the individual monsters for this deck for pennies a piece.
And Acer is just classic. You get to some of these big gods who they don't like to leave the field all that much.
Now, previously, the way that this deck worked was you had to kind of fight your way to getting enough materials to summon, Thor and Loki and Odin. Not really a problem anymore, thanks to Golvig.
You actually couldn't even run all 3. It was almost impossible to do it.
Now with Golvig, the Link monster, it's Link 1 first of all, to get that out of the way. So any Nordic Acer monster can summon it, and then lets you banish cards from your hand or field to summon 3 Nordics from your deck, and then you can just immediately make whatever god you want.
This Link 1 just says you can run all 3 of them. You will have a good time.
And you want to make it at the zone that Golvig points to, because then that monster can't be targeted. So you can't be targeted for card effects or attacks. Quite strong.
And then once you get your guys on the field, they actually don't like to leave. They come back when they die. So
yeah. Orcas. It's just another World Legacy archetype.
Yeah.
How do we end up with so many? So Orcas are dark monsters.
Armageddon Knight deck.
Yeah, Armageddon Knight, grapher, mathematician. They're dark, you banish them from your graveyard, and then you can summon more from your hand, or the grave, or the deck, and you link them up.
Yeah, it's kind of beautiful, really, because
it's very simple.
Link, when you link, you send them to the graveyard, but these guys like being in the graveyard, so then they banish themselves from the graveyard, get you another monster to link with anyway. There's really no limit to what you can do in an Orcas deck.
And everything is so cheap. I mean, they even have a secret rare spell, and it's only $1.
So our final deck is Neftis.
And when they're banished, they get effects during the next standby phase.
So Gold Sark be praised.
Yeah, things like doing more searching. When they're summoned by the effect of Neftis cards, they also get additional effects. One of them is really annoying. I don't know. It's like Daedalus or something. It just banishes every special summoned monster in the field. I think that's what he does.
It can be a pretty good stun strategy, but I think it's important to note, they get their effects to turn after they're banished. So
it can be a bit of a slower strategy.
Yeah, you're not just going to be able to blow your opponent out by banishing a bunch of things.
That said, though, the deck is very affordable. It's really easy to play, and you can actually tech in a lot of other, like, you know, banishing cards. Deep Fissure and Macro come to mind.
And they are worms, so there's always random little things that work with worms.
They can use Ethereal Waterfall. Waterfall Dragon Souls. That concludes our list of 10 decks for under $10.
If we missed it.
Asterisk.
Yeah, once again, we do not take into account tax or your local county or country's laws.
Yeah.
It's not on us.
Or your extra deck.
We tried.
So hopefully this video was helpful, gave you guys some ideas. If you're a new player and you want something that's cheap and easy to play, these decks all fit the bill. And you can still pay the bills afterwards. Just save money.
If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up.
And subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! And without further ado, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Pass turn.